Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Budgeting for Future. Today we are doing our Tuesday transfer where we go in and we detail out all the little money moves that we've made so far this week in order to build wealth and pay down debt. And today is going to be a really big video. If you've seen the title, you'll know that we did make a big financial move by selling some of our stocks to get us to the next step of our financial journey. But before we get to that, we are going to go ahead and detail out all the normal money moves that we will typically make. And then at the very end of the video, we'll chat a little bit more about selling those stocks. Let's go ahead and just jump right into this. This week we did get to close out our budget from our last pay period, and we did have $45 left over in our budget. So we did put that right to our school fund, which is pretty much taking priority among our different savings categories right now. We are looking at saving up for my fall semester, which I should have to pay in August of this year, and we are about halfway there at this point. I'm hoping to get fully funded for the fall semester. After that is hit, we can start looking at our other savings goals or maybe considering paying down more debt. We did get paid this week, so we did make some money moves that are associated with our paychecks. We do both contribute to our 401ks, and that results in $367 of our own money going into those. My husband also has a 401k loan on his 401k, which is when we borrowed against our 401k in order to purchase the house that we currently live in. He paid $57 towards that, and the principal on that probably went down about $45. That debt sits right around $2,250, and if we don't pay it off any faster, we should have it completely paid off by the end of 2022. We're also participating in a savings challenge where we're trying to save up $5,000 this year, and we were able to put another $100 into that savings challenge. If you are interested in looking at the printable that we're using for our savings challenge, you should be able to find that in a link down below. It is something that I made on my Etsy shop, and it costs $1 to purchase if you're also interested in following along on that journey. We then put $75 into our Roth IRA. We are trying to make sure that we're investing 14% of our employer income towards retirement, and in order to do that, we had to put another $75 in that this week, and we are right on target right now, right on the nose at that 14%. We then put $40 into our phone sinking fund because we do pay for our phone bill annually, and as long as we're saving up $40 every 2 weeks, we should have enough money to pay that in December or January of next year. And then last but not least, in terms of our sinking funds, we put $30 towards our pets. We do use their sinking fund to buy their litter and their food every about 5 weeks or so. It was getting pretty low, and so now it's up to $50, which should be ready to go for the next time we have to make that purchase for them. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. We did decide to sell some stocks that I had in my name. I had a family member about, really, I don't even know, probably 10 plus years ago, buy a bunch of stocks for all of our different family members, specifically in one particular company. I'm not sure how much he originally invested, but by the end of that, we had about $4,000 saved up in just those stocks, and we didn't really know exactly what to do with it. Overall, we aren't really stock pickers. We mostly try and follow the S&P 500 with a little bit of non-US index funds thrown in there as well, and a tiny bit of gold is kind of what our portfolio looks like. So we knew that we didn't want to keep a bunch of stock in one particular company that we really didn't know much about, and we did decide to just cash that out. When we did cash that out, they did take a little bit of that money from us. I assume to pay for taxes. We'll definitely have to see what that looks like in terms of how much we end up having to pay on this money come next tax time, but I'm sure we'll do a good job planning for it. A month after us selling the stock, we did receive a direct deposit of $2,962.45, which is a fair amount of money. We did decide to put $2,850 towards our car loan, and if you've been following along, you will know that that means we are completely done on owing money on our car. We have officially paid it all off. These past few weeks have been really crazy, but we've been pretty much stockpiling all of our extra money in order to save for that. And I'm so excited to have that debt out of our lives. This will mean that the only debts that we have in our name are going to be the mortgages on our houses, the student loans that are in my name, and then that 401k loan in my husband's name, which just feels really good to kind of have those like major consumer debts out of our life. And hopefully this will open up more opportunities for us in the future. We're still a little bit in that deciding mode of whether or not we want to end up paying off our 401k loan, which, like I said, has about $2,250 left on it. If we do end up putting that money into that 401k loan, we have to do it all in one lump sum, which means $2,250 just gets chucked into the stock market all at once, which is kind of a little scary for us as people who are more apt to investing over the long term and putting in small amounts of money as we get it. Like our 401ks, we put in about $350 every 2 weeks. We don't just every once in a while put an extra $1,000 in there. It seems a little bit sporadic to us. So that's an option for what we could do with our future money that has been freed up by paying off this car loan. Or we could just start saving up for a new rental property, but that's just gonna get us in more debt. But it's like a different kind of debt because it's mortgage debt, and also it would be an investment property. So needless to say, lots of decisions to make. If you have any advice or if you have any thoughts, definitely comment it down below. I would love to know what you guys think. I originally asked on Instagram. I have an Instagram, by the way, if you're interested in following. But I originally asked, like, what do you guys think I should do with my stimulus check, which we haven't yet gotten. But I got some really good advice from people when I did post that out, and I definitely will be taking that advice. So if you take the time to comment, I will definitely take the time to consider what you have to say. And needless to say that actually putting all that money towards that car loan, there was still a little bit left. We ended up having $112.45 left over, which we also put to that pesky school fund because we are trying to hurry up and get that fall semester paid for. And then once that has hit, we'll just have to save up for our spring semester come in 2022. But yeah, lots of big financial moves that I'm really, really excited about. I think we're well on our way to really freeing up a lot more money for ourselves. Just that car loan alone will free up $400 every 2 weeks, which is a hefty amount of money. And then after that, if we do choose to attack that 401k loan, it'll also open up about $55 more every 2 weeks. So definitely let me know what you think, especially of what we should do with all of our newfound extra money by just attacking that car loan so aggressively this year. Again, so proud of ourselves. We originally thought we would have it paid off by November. So it's March right now, and it feels good. It feels good to have that out of our lives. Needless to say, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Feel free to consider giving this video a like or subscribe, and bye!